2, 3. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are back with a new video. As you saw, it's going to be a story time. What I'm going to do is like telling you my experience as a black woman in China. It was something really like impactful and something really strange at the same time, but funny also sometimes. It's something that I'm never gonna forget, ever, never, ever. Even today, sometimes I'm like lying on my bed and reminding myself what happened there. First, let me tell you why I've been to China. During high school, I did like a third language. I chose Chinese. It was really tough. You had to work a lot. The amount of work that you have in this class is so huge. Indeed, you have to learn not only like the Chinese characters, the letters, the Chinese alphabet, you also have to learn like pinyin. It's like the translation with our letters, with the Roman letters. You also have to learn how to write correctly because you have like steps when you're drawing the characters. Yeah, you can say drawing because for me it's like it was more like drawings than writing. You have also the pronunciation, which is so hard to learn. In fact, you have 4 accents in Chinese. You have the one which is straight like this, you have one like this, you have one like this like in French, and one like this. I studied Chinese in my first year in high school and I learned it during 3 years, during the whole high school process. In 2014 it was my second year of Chinese. The teacher decided to organize the trip, so I decided to join because it was like a kind of dream to discover the Asian world, as I was a big fan of like all of the Asian stuff, the Asian food, the Asian music, with all of that. And we have been there like for 2 weeks or 12 days, I can't remember exactly. So we left during spring break. Spring break in the French calendar is like at the end of April. I spent my birthday in China and my birthday is on May 4th. When the finally D-Day came, I was so excited. I was so like, I wanted to be there. I wanted to accelerate the time to be directly in the airport. We took the plane. It lasted like 11 hours. I can't remember, I guess it was 11 hours. So we went to Beijing, the capital of China. When we arrived, the thing is that like it was so hot, very, very hot. When I arrived at the airport, it was so modern. You had like a lot of LED screen everywhere. The thing that also impacted me was the fact that there were trains, like the trains were picking you up. There were some buses to take you from the plane to the luggages, the place where there are the luggages. But in China it was a train. After that we took a bus to go to the place where we were going to stay. It was a university, I can't remember the name. Now we are going to get to the point. When we first arrived at the university, the thing that was so like strange was that everyone was looking at me. I felt like so different, a lot different. Some people were looking at me in a good way, but some of them were like looking at me in a bad way. At first it didn't feel comfortable, and then they started to come to me asking me questions. When we get to the room, I was so tired, you know, the jet lag, and I was so hungry. The only thing that I wanted to do is like eat Chinese food, try Chinese food, the real Chinese food. The Chinese food that we have here had nothing to do with the real Chinese food. After the first day when we arrived, the day after in the morning we had to go like to the Tiananmen place and also to the Forbidden City where the emperor were living. So when we started to go to touristic places, it was at this point that I realized that something was strange. I started to realize that Chinese people are not used to see black people. I didn't feel good because everyone was looking at me. Absolutely everyone was looking at me, taking pictures without even asking me if I wanted to be taken in pictures. Some people were coming to ask me, others were like with their phones filming me, taking pictures. At the beginning it was like so funny, I was laughing, but after it was like so strange. I was feeling like I was like a kind of animal. I was feeling like a UFO, really, like something was wrong with me. I really felt embarrassed, a lot embarrassed. But I tried like to laugh, to smile, to take picture with them. And the thing is that even some people were like fighting to take pictures with me. It was so incredible. I was like, stop, I'm a human being as you are. I'm not special. The only thing that is different between us is like our skin. I asked my teacher, my Chinese teacher, she told me that Chinese people were not used to see black people in China. Like the only one that ever seen a black people are the ones that are traveling, usually in Europe, in other countries. But the Chinese people that never left China don't know black people. And I heard that the major part of the Chinese population die without ever seeing a black person. They are so close-minded that you have to go to understand. It's a very like special culture. Very wide, very peaceful, beautiful landscape. I also read an article where a young woman, African woman, wanted to be a teacher in China, an English teacher, and she applied for the job. They read her CV, they contacted her, they told her, oh, you have an amazing CV, I want you in my school. Your CV is so incredible, I can't believe that. Once she came to the school, they discovered that she was black, and they told her, sorry, really sorry, we can't work with you because you're black. The students' parents are not going to approve that. She was like shocked. She was totally shocked because it's racist, like it's completely racist. I found this story very sad and very hard. You have competencies, you have everything, you have like abilities, but you can use them only because you're black. What else? The hiring process should be based on your capacities, on your abilities, on your competencies, all of that stuff, not on your skin color. And another thing that I wanted to share with you, when we went to like a little village, very tiny city, it was completely different from the big city because of the pollution. You can even breathe. When you breathe, you feel like something's wrong with the air, with the oxygen. When we went to this little city, it was the place where I really shocked like the inhabitants, because they started to touch my skin. Like they were like, it's so smooth. Are you always black? They were touching my hair, and I did like Senegalese twist. I don't know if you know this haircut. They were like, oh, is it your real hair? How do you do that? We really like that. To conclude, it was very amazing. It will always stay on my mind. I even wrote a diary. Every day I had to like write what happened. So I really recommend you to go to China once in your life, at least once. Everything is different, mentality is different, the culture is different, the food is different, the Greek world is so amazing. Like I have the picture in my head, so beautiful, the view, the mountains. That's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're not like shocked about my English, or I hope that my English is not bad. I hope that you can understand what I said. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share with your friends, to share your opinion. See you on a next video. Love. So, as you... I don't know. Turn them in place, I guess. Yeah. In reality... You were feeling already.